This is Acworth, Georgia. Also in the northwestern corridor, about 40 miles north of Atlanta. Let's go take a look at their downtown area, shall we? Now, just like any of these other little towns here in the North Metro Atlanta area, Acworth has its share of new high-dollar subdivisions, but that's all relatively new, like within the last 15 or 20 years. Acworth is an old rail town, going back to the Civil War era. A lot of these structures here in the downtown area are fairly original, maybe some restoration. Wood-fired pizza by Fusco's Pizza Vino Dolce Birra. I do like good Dolce Birra. There's some certainly some, there's a sandwich shop. There are certainly some little microbreweries in this area too. Bagel shop. We are open. Good thing about Acworth is there's really nothing ever going on here in the downtown area. It is a very sleepy little town, but it's right on I-75. So a lot of people do live here in the suburbs, but it has enough of that small town vibe to where you just don't feel like you're living in the city, really, which is a good thing. I hate me some city. Louisiana Grill. Okay. I like Louisiana, but this ain't Louisiana, folks. We got our own southern culture here. Continue on down here to the end of this little downtown area. Kitchenettes, cabinets, bars, wood shop, craft cocktails, and fresh food. What would they think of next? The conservatory. The most fabulous weddings happen here. Okay. Got it. Thanks. Acworth Bookstore. Espresso. Semi-interesting. Semi-interesting. Looks like they had some albums in there too. Celebrity Ballroom Dance Studio. Thanks. I'm good. I don't need to learn how to cha-cha or do the rumba today. Antique shop. Good morning, how are you? We are coming to the end of this end of downtown. A little martial arts studio there, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I am probably no good at martial arts anymore. I had to take it in the military police academy, and during the time that I was in military police, which was 6 years, but those days are over. And so now, on the other side of the road, I was just walking down that sidewalk right there, showing you all these fine establishments. Now we're heading back up to the train station area. Not too many years ago, me and little Norita used to live over here in Acworth while she was going to Kennesaw State University. It was a lot closer to live over here near the college at that time, so while she got her education, her American education anyway, she was educated in the country she came from before she ever got here. But when she did get here, her education was practically worthless, obsolete, so she had to start all over again. And that's dedication. I couldn't have done that. Like that old Coca-Cola painting there, even though I don't drink that shit now. But sold everywhere, 5 cents. 5 cents, as you can see. And they sell that shit everywhere, according to that sign. Here we got some more old historic buildings on the other side of the railroad tracks. And we lived over here before. I don't even remember this thing, this elevated crosswalk. Maybe it was there back then, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Couldn't say. I see they're doing some chemtrailing today. Make sure they make our skies good and milky for later today, so that everybody's lungs are continuously deteriorating, so they can kill off the older folks and make room for all these new immigrants they're going to bring in to replace us. New slave class, cheap labor force. The old rail depot here. Apparently that's been turned into some kind of visitor center. History center. Excuse me. They got restrooms. By God. We'll do a little car tour from here on out. We'll go ahead and close down this little walking tour of beautiful Acworth, Georgia. You can see there's more to see up here, more historic buildings, old factories and mills and whatnot, but I don't really feel like walking all that way in these boots here. So we're just going to end it right there. Do a little driving tour from here on out. I have no idea what's going on there. That's apparently been converted into some kind of outdoor eatery or something or another. Georgia definitely has no shortage of tattoo parlors. There's a brewery right there, microbrewery with a bar. Now, it's been 3 or 4 years since I've come over here to downtown Acworth area, and I see that they've gotten rid of a lot of the old landmarks and older businesses and replaced them with these big, huge apartment buildings and old folks' homes. Here, let's just go ahead and turn into this place real quick. This is all new. Good old place. And they got a gigantic sign right here begging your ass to come work. Now hiring. So I had to get out of there. I had somebody behind me there wanting to get through. But this place is begging for work. So if you're a medical assistant or CNA or whatnot, or just somebody who needs a job as a housekeeper or, sanitation, low skill. This place right here, now hiring, begging for workers, careers.holbrooklife.com. So if you're in this area, which you're probably not, I don't have any subscribers yet, but hell, maybe I ought to come work over here. I'm tired of my job. Acworth Gun Shop right there. Yeehaw. I can't imagine who would even go buy guns at a little place like that now when Acworth just got our new Cabelas store over here. Cabelas is kind of like Bass Pro Shops. It's huge. It's got everything. The only problem is it's corporate owned and controlled, just like most of the bigger stores are these days, and that's a shame. That's what causes countries to collapse. Big corporations come in and buy up everything, all the smaller business, and then they start influencing your politicians, and before you know it, your country's gone. Your middle class is eliminated, and you're a third world hellhole. So we're gonna wrap it up right there. There's another section of Acworth up here just ahead of me, but it's all restaurant and commercial district. Nothing there to see really. Maybe I'll show that Cabelas. But as far as downtown Acworth goes, that wraps that up. Here we are at I-75. You can almost see Woodstock Mountain over there. There's I-75 right there. I-75 northbound. And we're coming up on Cabelas here. Just go ahead and turn into their parking lot. I don't think that's it. Oh, that was it. Luckily, here's another. Back entrance, apparently the truck entrance. But we're getting there. It's not the truck entrance. Yes, it is. There we go. Okay, folks, there we are. Cabelas. Now I'll tell you what I think about Cabelas. Yeah, you can get pretty much any saltwater, freshwater rig you want there. Any kind of gun. I imagine. I don't know. I haven't been in the firearms market lately, but let me pull over here where I can stop driving, run my mouth a little bit. You can get stuff there that you're just not going to get anywhere else unless you order off for it. But the thing about Cabelas is go in there for, I don't know, camouflage clothing, hats or toboggans or, you know, things of that nature. You're going to find a lot of that stuff, tents, outdoor chairs, outdoor furniture. You're going to find all that, but you're going to pay, or you might pay $15 for a hat somewhere else. You're going to pay $35 in there. You can get some fairly good prices on fishing poles, fishing equipment. And I guess their gun prices are probably going to be roughly the same as everybody else. But all that other stuff that they've got in there, their little kayaks and, like I said, tents and camping equipment and all that stuff, grills, okay? You see some grills over there, by the way, right there. You pay $100 for a grill somewhere else, you're going to pay $300 here. I'm trying to run them in the ground, but they know that people will come there and pay the prices that they're asking. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video with that. We're going to head back over to the house, do a little cooking. I just decided to do a drive-through. Injured my groin at work and I can't lift nothing. I can lift downtown Roswell, Georgia. But because for some reason, that's going to do it for Acworth, Georgia. Folks here in Roswell, we'll be back. Think a whole lot of their little town, which ain't so little anymore, by the way. It's one of the most heavily populated towns in Georgia. They think so much of it that they've made all the parking paid parking. Bayou, Bistro, Bar. Got some New Orleans style places here. Some really good authentic Asian cuisine places. Restaurants, I should say. Ceviche, taqueria, sushi bar. Old haunted building. Got a place over here called Rue, which is a New Orleans style place with raw oysters and cold beer. So that's that little strip area of historic downtown Roswell. Here we have the historic Roswell Mill, which I really don't know a whole lot about. But what I do know is we got a lot of tourists here today on this beautiful Wednesday. And it sounds like they're speaking Cantonese, but I can't really tell. Cantonese, Mandarin, saying to me. Boy, that is a nice little area of the river right there. We lived over here in Roswell for stairs going up the 3 or 4 years. On the other side there, bounced back and forth between here and Alpharetta and Acworth. Of course, now we're in Woodstock fishing over here. But we lived over here for a little while. And I'd heard about this place, but I never did come and investigate. And we got lots of Chinese tourists over here taking pictures and talking that ching chong changalang. old live oak right there. Probably in the neighborhood of 150 little years old. Shoals area. But I'm no tree expert. Not all that shallow though. There's a couple of places over there. Really? I don't think I'd try to cross. There's something else I don't know. I was trying to stay dry. Looks like you could step off into a hole over there. Fine Chinese folks up here. For the record, I don't have anything against Chinese. I love them. I love everybody. Good and bad amongst everybody. But look at that right there. Check that out. And it's in the shape of a cross. Kinda. But look at that. Yes, sir. You can just smell the history. You know, they say the Chattahoochee River, you don't want to drink out of it or eat the fish out of it. I think for some areas, some of the more industrialized areas down closer to Atlanta, that may be true, but here the water appears and smells to be clean. See more little waterfalls way back there too. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. But I just think the world out of that spot right there. It's like nature's little sauna. You can kick back over in there. Right down there. Sit up under that rock there. Drink you a case of beer. Then try to walk out of this place. Yes, sir. Just smell the history. Never really knew how steep these hills were back here, just below historic downtown Roswell. But yeah, that's pretty steep. That's good exercise right there. All right, well, I think I want to go over to the Roswell Founders Cemetery, which is supposedly, I emphasize supposedly, I'm winded, one of the more haunted areas in Georgia. That's a lot steeper than it looks. We'll go over there, folks, and check that out real quick after one last look at this little falls area. Ain't that something? All right. Okay. I hope I am not committing any acts of sacrilege. We are at the, I think a lot of these Chinese Roswell Founders over here taking Cemetery. A look at their investment. And of course it says 1840 to 1860, but great portion of this country. Last time I was here, that some of the little graves that I found were from the 1700s, so much earlier than what is listed on the sign there. And I will try to be quiet because I am wearing a lapel mic, and I am asking any spirit that wants to reach out and touch me or contact me from the other side, speak into that microphone and tell me whatever you want to tell me. So we'll just be quiet here. (1808). Oh, born 1788. Unmarked. If any of you dearly departed have anything to say, please come up to me and speak into this little microphone on my jacket collar. 1849. That's marked, but it's so old and worn out you can't read it. Some more unmarked graves here and there, and everywhere you look, all these little headstone markers. Stump of an old tree, very big tree at that. Wow. Roswell, Georgia, not Roswell, New Mexico. Roswell, Georgia, Founders Cemetery. With some of these graves dating back into the 1700s. Hope I'm not disturbing anybody's rest. But if you'd like to talk to me, just come right on up to me and let me know what's on your mind. Can't really tell what that says. Okay, so that's it. One of the oldest, if not the oldest, cemetery in the state of Georgia. And we're going to end this video here. I'm going to go home and put my headphones on and listen and see if I got any kind of a reply, anything intelligible. Boy, Roswell, Georgia sure has no shortage of cemeteries. I must have seen 30 on the way over here. Some of them big, some of them small. That's going to do it. Roswell, Georgia Founders Cemetery. We're out of here.